Well, it's October and the college sailing season is rolling right along. Welcome to Chalk Talk. I'm Chris Love.
And I'm Eric Stark.
It's great to see you, Eric. We had a big weekend last weekend, as predicted, the Denmark. Excuse me. And first, a retraction. I think the first retraction we've had in a while, certainly first of the season. Denmark is not a qualifier for ACCs. However, that did not detract from the quality of competition at the Denmark this weekend down at Coast Guard.
No, it certainly did not. Retraction, and well, I guess we've got to say we're still 0 for 2 on our picks this season, Chris. We got to pick it up.
I know. I was excited. Saturday afternoon, I checked the results. I saw my team. Harvard was in first. Your team, BC, was right there in second. And then Sunday rolled along, and it was a whole different story, wasn't it?
It was. Big thing, big story. Meninger and Cooper Smith from St. Mary's just ran away with A Division, 66 points. Just owned it, got the job done. And Josh Greenslade and Manny Jackson from St. Mary's also getting the job done in B Division. So congrats to the Seahawks winning a real deep event.
Other big news, check out the RP info here for Boston College. That's quite an army they brought, including at least one sailor who we know wasn't there. So won't worry about too much about that. Women's New England's the single-hand championship for New England and qualifier for national. Liz Barry from Brown, the New England champion and returning to nationals this year.
Yeah, I think I'm not entirely sure, but I think Annie Hager lost her first single-handed college event yet. So good to see Liz Barry getting it done there. Krista Rode, who won nationals her freshman year, now her senior year back for Coast Guard qualifying, and then Emily Billing and Claire Dennis, those laser specialists from Yale, rounding out the 5 qualifiers from NISA.
The other big women's regatta of the weekend, the Finger Lakes women's at Hobart William Smith. Yale takes the win for, I guess, the 4th time in a row. Fowler gets a mention.
Yes, again, second night, we're just excited to see the freshmen doing well, and also Hobart William Smith, Carolyn Patton with another freshman, and we'll keep the freshman love going. Jane Rue, who's a real good crew there, and excited to see more from her.
The other news from the past week, ICSA releases its academic All-American list, and you can view the full list on Sailgroove and ussailing.org. But congratulations to the academic All-Americans for this year. Looking ahead to this weekend, we've got another smattering of events, different kinds of boats being sailed. One is an interesting one I haven't been to in a few years, the Storm Tri-Sail Big Boat Regatta, sailed at Larchmont Yacht Club. The largest college sailing regatta in participation of the year.
Yeah, that's always a fun one. It's great to see some good photos and things from that. And we'll see. I believe the Rhodey Rams have won the overall trophy for a couple of times there, and we'll see how they do this year. Yeah, also going on this weekend, we got the Moody Trophy at URI. That's generally a good B-level intersectional, Hobart William Smith intersectional, and the Stony Burke out at Cal goes on in Treasure Island, where Team Race Nationals was a couple years ago. So we're excited to see reports from that.
Navy Fall Women's down at Navy, a 3-division event. And then we've got the qualifiers, the men's single-hand New England Championship being held at Yale. And, we always talk about freshmen when we talk about these fall championships, single hands. In NISA, we've got Max Nickbard at Yale, the 2010 Cressy single-hand champion for high school. But not a whole lot of fresh talent coming into NISA. It's a lot of returning stars.
Yeah, we got guys to look out for that have been around for a while. Fred Strammer from Brown, he was second at the Nationals last year. Cy Thompson from Roger Williams, 5th at Nationals last year. So those guys be the only ones back for another go at it. And then Cam Coleman wasn't around last year, but he's there, and he's been sailing a bunch of lasers lately.
Teddy Himmler from Harvard will be there, and Alec Anderson as well. Lots of radial experience, so watch out for him if it gets light. Eric, who are you taking? Who's your pick for men's single-handed New England?
Well, considering that he'll be at home and I've spent a fair amount of time with him on the road over in Europe at Weymouth and things, and he's been sailing pretty well. I'm going to take Cam Coleman. He's been doing well this season in general, not even just in single-handed stuff. Got some real good results in the double-handed, and I think he'll put together the win.
All right, I'm going to go with more of a veteran, Fred Strammer, especially at Yale. Maybe some open water. He's definitely got the experience, especially in the college game of single-hand sailing. So I'm going to go with Fred Strammer from Brown to take New England champs. The other championship going on, the Mesa Men's Single-Handed Championships at Navy. What are we looking at here?
Well, it's at Navy and their lasers. It's a little different from New England's. New England, it's a BYO laser, so guys that have that laser experience could be a little bit more at an advantage as opposed to Navy. You have to really have had sailed those boats a couple of times, I think, to know those boats. They're weird, and especially laser sailors, I think, can take a little time to get into it. So anyway, but for the people competing there, I think the top three are Chris Barnard, Georgetown. He was fourth at Nationals last year. Charlie Buckingham, obviously, always up there, sixth at Nationals last year. And then that freshman who, we always have to talk about when it comes to lasers, John Wallace, U.S. Sailing Development Team member, real good laser sailor.
I'm excited to just do the whole college sailing thing. I mean, I don't really do much high school sailing, so it'll be cool to change kind of style of racing and everything. So I'm excited for that.
What do you think, Chris?
It's a hard decision, especially mentioning those three. John Wallace, we've seen, has shined early here. I watched him sail this summer. Pretty spectacular sailor, but I think once again I'm going to have to lean toward the experience, especially being at Navy. Charlie Buckingham is going to be my pick.
Yeah, and I think, I've got two things pulling at me here. You got the freshman who's real experienced in lasers, and you got people who have, might know the college game a little better. And I'm gonna go with that being at Navy. So Chris Barnard, I guess we're picking teammates. So I guess if we pick schools, we'd have to win, right?
We'd have to.
But then John Wallace would probably win. So But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick Barnard to take single-handed champs for Mesa.
All right. Hopefully our record will improve from past weekends. Finally, we've got the SESA Sloop champs in sonars at USF/SPYC.
Yeah, so more match racing going on down there. USF won the TS Stern sloops at Charleston last week, so we'll see if they keep that up. But, they're one spot up for grabs down in SESA.
All right, no new contests this week, but don't forget to get your nominations in for the U.S. Sailing Rolex Yachtsman and Yachtswoman of the Year. You could win a trip to New York. And if you hit up the Facebook page for U.S. Sailing, you can also submit a video on why you need a dry suit. And if it's picked, you will get a dry suit, courtesy of Gil and our sponsor, U.S. Sailing. That's going to do it for this week. Eric, I will talk to you again in 1 week from now.
Have a great week.
Yay!